What is up, my bodyweight warriors? The vlogs are back. We're starting a new series called Rebuild. Rebuild is going to be all about sharing and documenting my recovery from having medial epicondylitis or golfer's elbow in both of my elbows. It's now 2 months down the line. It's feeling a lot better, but still a long way to go.
Where are you going? Going so fast tonight. Have you ever stopped?
Let me just give you a quick update of where I'm at currently so I can burn context for this vlog and then also the rest of the series. Last time I was vlogging, if you have been watching the channel, it was the bodyweight cutting series. This was all about dropping some weight, attaining some skills, and I finished up and I did cut down to 87 kilos. My planche was like the strongest it's ever been. It felt so close to being able to be done. And I was injured, medial epicondylitis or golfer's elbow in both elbows. I think from basically too much handstand work, especially one-arm handstand work with poor shoulder mobility, poor internal rotation, and then also the one-arm chin-up work. That was basically where I was. I never actually really said like how bad the injury was at the time. Like, it was painful to put shoes on, it was painful to lift my bag up. It was pretty shitty. I've had golfer's elbow on and off over the years, but it's probably the worst it's ever been. So after I stopped vlogging, I kind of stopped training, partly because I had a load of university work to finish up. It's my final year and I had like 4 really busy weeks. So I just kind of stopped training. I was still moving, still doing mobility work, rehab where I could, but I haven't really trained properly for like 6 weeks. And then the last 2 weeks, I've got into more of a consistent schedule. I can actually do more stuff because the rehab is going well. My elbows feel so much better than they did. And yeah, this is kind of where we're up to now. I thought I would just overlay like a quick video of kind of where I'm at with my physique. I've definitely lost a bit of muscle mass, but I feel pretty lean, feel pretty good. I'm about 88 to 89 kilos because I've been eating in a caloric surplus just for the importance that it is for recovery, especially from injury. But that kind of takes it up to where we are now. So I've kind of finished uni. This is my full-time job now. Like, I've got a job at home as a personal trainer. I'll be coaching people there. I'm also coaching people online, which reminds me, the Bodyweight Warrior website is now live. You can go and you can check it out in the description. I'll put a link to it in the description down below if you want to go check it out. And also that will be available there are these, the Bodyweight Warrior t-shirts. I've had a bunch of requests for these like all the time when I post. They will be up for the foreseeable future. If you want to go and grab yourself one, as I said, they will be in the description down below. There's free postage in the UK. I think it will cost a bit for Europe. Go to the website, go check it out. But yeah, I think we're up to date. Drink some coffee, reply to some clients, and I'll catch up with you when we grab some food. Gonna go with the classic Thai red broth with smoked mackerel and eggs. I freaking love this breakfast. So much good fat, omega-3s, veggies, and tastes amazing.
Don't hold it in too long, 'cause you might end up missing out on life's short little song. She's saying, ooh, you've got one life to live. She's singing.
Probably 70% of the time that is what I have for breakfast. Bone broth, usually loads of spices, like today was that Thai red paste, coconut milk, eggs, and then usually a fatty fish like mackerel, sardines, etc. Pretty quick, pretty simple, and really delicious. Macros are on screen as usual. I'm also having a bar of 85% chocolate, 25 grams here. It's my treat for the day, and I just needed to bump the fat up with this meal.
You've got one life to live. She's singing.
Hands are straight. Alright, sit your legs straight. There we go, that's much better.
Oh man.
Friends don't let friends have crappy mobility. Just finished up the coffee, now I've got to head out, sort out some bank stuff, and I got to go give my final ever presentation at university just to like clarify some things for my project, and it's done. It's never have to think about it again. So presentation is done. It is now 3 o'clock. I'm literally finished with uni forever, so it's nice. The gym doesn't open till 4, so I've got an hour left until I train. I'm gonna have a quick pre-workout snack, which is this like paleo macadamia coconut bar from Aldi. If you buy the Primal Pantry ones, they're good, but these are like so cheap in comparison. It's got carbs, fat, and then I will also have some BCAAs prior to the workout, but that'll be included in this like pre-workout snack.
You got one life to live, don't let it go.
Right, so jumping straight into today's session, you may notice that the volume isn't especially high. It's not super complex, it's just straightforward, balanced, good amount of strength, mobility, and everything else. As I said, this is 2 months, 8 weeks since I've properly trained, so I'm working my way back into it slowly. This is the 2nd week training. And you also may notice that I'm using weight. I may be the bodyweight warrior, but I still like to select what tools are best for my goals. And when it comes to building powerful legs, squats, straight leg deadlifts, cleans, all of that good stuff is essential. So I'm starting off today's workout with an EMOM every minute, on the minute, and I'm alternating between front squats and straight leg deadlifts. This is gonna really target the quads, but then also provide a good amount of posterior chain, hamstring, glute, lower back from those straight leg deadlifts, which, to be honest, I was missing for a long time with bodyweight training. And I was doing between 5 to 6 reps. So this keeps the intensity pretty high. It works out to be about 20 seconds of work and about 40 seconds of rest in total. Then we jump into the second element of today's session, which is the calves. And here I'm just doing single leg hops. This is actually an Edo Portal inspired one. Really simple lower leg conditioning, 75 reps per side. And then I'm then following that up with 1 minute of single leg balances with my eyes closed. I know you can't see my head, but I was keeping my eyes closed, which is why I can barely stand on one leg. I really suggest you give this one a go. It's quite an interesting superset combination that you can do, and it really gets all those little muscles that fire in your leg and are gonna help with that proprioception and stability. After this, I jump into some mobility work. We are starting off with one of my favorites, the Jefferson curl. This exercise is just fantastic, again, for that posterior chain mobility, really working on loosening up my lower back especially. I found that seems to be the sticking point. I'm actually using these Jeffersons as a prep phase for working back into head to toe progressions. I would like to actually go after that and try and achieve it. So adding Jeffersons in is one of the ways that I'm sort of prehabbing before I then jump into my head to toe work. Again, doing this one for between 5 to 10 reps, whatever feels good, and then on the last one, I'm holding it for 10 to 20 seconds. Following on from that, I moved into some hip flexor work. Now my go-to hip flexor stretch here is a wall-assisted bent leg stretch, and I'm doing some PNF contractions in this position. I'm doing 3 reps, and I'm doing a 10-second contraction where I'm squeezing my glutes, trying to push my hip forward and make the stretch more intense, and then I'm relaxing for 5 seconds. Repeat 3 times, and then I'm moving further down, and then trying to do this like reverse head to toe position, which I am actually awful at, but it gives such a good stretch across like the whole front of the body. It really helps loosen up those hips and open up those hip flexors. And then again, just gonna repeat on the same side. So it works out to be about a minute total per side of stretching, and I'm going back and forth between these and Jefferson curls. Then we jumped into some prehab and also mobility work. This is the exercise I've been doing for my elbows because they're now healed to a point where I can actually do concentrics and some of this twisting motion rather than just eccentrics. So it's definitely a plus, and I'll be working through the notches on this. I also wanted to mention that this is the funniest freaking shot because it makes me feel like I'm in Elf the movie. After that, I simply did the rest of my mobility, which was mainly focused around overhead mobility. As I said, I'm working a lot on internal rotation. I essentially just followed the overhead mobility routine that I uploaded a couple of weeks ago, and I'll put a link in the description down below so you can go check out. I didn't think it was worth filming, and my camera died. Anyway, back to the vlog. Back from the gym, the camera died, but we've got some post-workout goodness. I've got kind of like a smoothie bowl ice cream thing. It's got banana, frozen berries, protein powder, Greek yogurt, and honey in, just to make it kind of sweet. Really delicious. And then on the side, I've got these bad boys, which are date peanut butter sandwiches. Definitely a little bit naughty, but a really good way to pack in the carbs. Each date has about 10 grams of sugar in, so a great post-workout fuel. I'm gonna smash this and make some more food. It's actually kind of nice out here now. Like this morning it was so windy. You may have looked at the calories and realized we're a little bit low on calories. Kind of maybe 1,000 pre-training, and then that post-workout snack, I managed to bump up to like 800 calories with those date peanut butter sandwiches things. They are so good. However, this meal now has to be pretty high calorie. So there we have it, guys, the final meal of the day. I had some leftover paella. Probably would have been enough for 2 portions, but we had to make up those calories, so it just all went in the bowl. And I also had half an avocado left on the side, so I just threw it on top. Doesn't really match, but loads of good fat, potassium, all that good stuff. That brought the total calories for the day closer to that 40-40-20 of carbs, fat, protein split that I was aiming for. About 3,000 total, which is about what I'm aiming for on training days, maybe a little bit more, a little bit less. Kind of depends on how much I do. But I hope you enjoyed this first day, the first vlog of the rebuild series. I'm really excited to share this series with you because it's kind of how I would approach training somebody from the ground up, from having 0 experience and just working progressively through the progressions until they're stronger. In this case, I'm recovering from an injury, so I'm just gonna be working from the basics all the way through until we get back to where we were to begin with. So I hope you enjoyed. If you did, hit that thumbs up button and support the channel. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below. I always reply. If you want to share this series with a friend, get somebody inspired, please do that. If you want to snag yourself a Bodyweight Warrior t-shirt or check out the website, check out my online coaching, then the link is in the description down below. But that has been it for this week, guys. Have a strong week and peace.
A last short little song, just saying, ooh, you've got one life to live. She's singing, ooh, you've got one life to live.